Right, good morning everybody. I've just come into my shed this morning. As you can see, it needs a good clean out today. This is just my setup in here. Good morning. This guy here, this is Jasper. He's coming over to say hello. You coming? He's a Rex. He is brothers with Spike in previous videos. He's the one that had a fight with his brother, or his brother had a fight with him. He had to have stitches on his eyelid. This one just here. He's got a little scar there still. He had to have an operation, but he's all fine now. And in here, I can just get in, we have George. You can come out and say hello. There we go. Here's George. And he is the oldest guinea pig I have within my group of 11. I've had him for 3 years. And he is the nicest guinea pig out of all my males. He gets on with every single one of them. And the one I chose to live with him is Jasper, because Jasper will not stay in a pen on his own. He jumps over. He can jump over these CNC cages here with no problem at all. That's why I've made it slightly higher, because next door to these two boys is my 3 ladies. And here, and I do excuse the mess because obviously I've just come in this morning, I haven't cleaned them yet. But here we have, this little lady here is Honey. And this is her daughter Lily, who is also Crinkle's sister. And she's the same age as him, 12 weeks. This little bouncy girl here is Esme. And they are half sisters. They've got the same dad. She's going to have a drink. You're very bouncy this morning, aren't you? And these are Californian bred, or the Californian breed guinea pigs. And they are beautiful. And she is also beautiful. There we go. Like I said, I do have to clean them out today, but I just wanted you to see them first thing in the morning. Up here, I have males that were in the previous videos. This one here is obviously Monty, who does not get on with any other males. He did live with this fella next to him, Milo, but they had a fight as well, so they now are separated from a grid. They do lick each other through the bars, and you'd think they actually love each other, but if they were put in together, they would bite each other and draw blood, as I've tried it a few times. And above, I've got an empty CNC 6x2, which is for 2 other males that I have currently moved inside, as I have 4 boys inside, just for the winter, because these guys I'm going to be giving heat mats to. And I've got an empty setup up there so that I can move my guys around in the winter to clean them out more effectively. But this Jasper has fathered, I bred them with these 2 girlies next door. And he is the father of Lily as well. And Crinkle, the other one. And as you can see, he's got the same kind of fur as Crinkle. And he is beautiful, as they all are. Honey had 5 babies and Esme had 4. I wouldn't breed them again, and I wouldn't recommend breeding guinea pigs unless you know what you're doing. I bred them because I wanted Spike to have a friend. I didn't expect them to have such big litters on the first litter, because usually they don't. They generally have about 3. But as I said, Honey had 5, 3 boys and 2 girls, of one of which is Lily and the other is Crinkle, the boy that we kept inside. And Esme had 4. She had 2 boys and 2 girls. They've all been homed and they've gone to brilliant homes. The the two girls, Esme's two girls, went together. I'm still in touch with all the owners. And Esme's two boys went singly to different guinea pig owners that have had single boys that had lost their partners, and they have bonded really well. And Honey, obviously I kept two of them, one of the girls and one of the boys. The other girl went to someone that already has 3 guinea pigs, and they bonded really well. And they also live in a shed setup, that particular female. And the other 2 males went together to a lovely home. And yeah, so they've all gone to good homes, and that's great. What can you smell? You can smell something, can't you? Why have you knocked over your food bowl? Hello. You don't want to say hello to me today? No. And these have also got access to outside, which is just there. Got outside runs. Obviously they're shut in because today is not a very warm day. The ground is wet, so I won't let them out unless it dries out for today. They'll stay in. They do have a window that I open when it gets really, really hot in here, and I've got fans that I can access as well. But at the moment the weather is not exactly warm. Hello. Hello. And what I will do in a minute, I'm going to spot clean it. So take out a lot of the wet stuff. They also have litter trays which you can't actually see under this because they're covered in hay, which I'm going to take out and refresh. These girls have got nice warm beds here as well because they've only been outside for a couple of weeks, so they're just getting used to, and they love their beds anyway. I wouldn't split them up from their beds. And obviously they've got their own space there as well. They do go out in the runs on hot days, these guys, because the shed does get quite warm, so I wouldn't want to keep them in here without access to being cool. So they do go out. He doesn't like being on sawdust, so they're on towels. They're spoilt really, but he doesn't like it at all. He loves to have his comfort, so he's on towels, and Milo's on towels because I can't just do it for Monty. Hello, are you hiding? Yeah? You're going to come out and say hello? Are you? No? Right. As you can see, they're going to greet each other. Now this is completely normal behaviour for males. He's rumbling. He is younger. Milo that's rumbling here is 18 months old, and the guy next to him is a little bit older than him. I got them to go together, but obviously it didn't work out. It may work out again when they're slightly older, but probably not. They're too dominant, these two, and they seem to be really happy in their own space. They put on weight, their coats look great, and they're just happy next to each other. They've got their own space, they can get away from each other, as you can see. But then they can go and see each other, lick each other's face, and be happy next to each other. So if you do have an aggressive guinea pig and they seem to be fine next to each other, then if they're happy doing that, then keep them like that, then that's fine. Don't think you should always have guinea pigs living together. They're quite happy living just side by side. But you do need to have really more than one because they do get lonely. You might say they're happy, and some of them are, but a lot of the time they need to have that kind of company, to talk to other guinea pigs. What are you doing? As you can see, they seem really happy. Hello, what can you smell? What can you smell? You smell some grass outside being cut. Right, and the reason I decided to keep her, it was a hard decision because obviously they were all lovely, but she had the best bond with her mother, and she used to follow her mother, who is their honey, around all the time, and she would pine for her. I did split them all up, the babies, but she did pine for her quite a lot, so I decided to keep her for that reason, really, for well-being of the guinea pigs and for her mother. So I kept her. Hello. 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 Aw, he wants some food. Hello. And obviously anybody that's bred guinea pigs or is thinking of breeding guinea pigs, you have to split the males up at 3 weeks old. You're very noisy today. And the females can stay with their mum a bit longer. If you are going to rehome them, the girls, then obviously split them up. Some people split them up all up at 3 weeks old, but I left the females in there until they were about 5 weeks, and the males I split up dead on. I think it was a couple of days before 3 weeks, because they started to show signs of wanting to mate with their mothers and sisters, and obviously they can get them pregnant at 3 weeks. So I split them up. They were all healthy and they were all eating well on their own, so they were split up a little bit earlier, well, 2 days earlier than 3 weeks. Right, I am gonna go and start cleaning these guys out, but I just wanted you to see the setup that I've got for them outside, and just to introduce them all kind of together. I've got 2 other guys that I haven't introduced you to, which I will do later. Oh yeah, hello. But they're inside, so I'll get them out later and introduce those 2, and then that's all my 11 that you've met. That's so sweet. Trying to get your food out your mum's mouth. She won't give it to you. I could sit out here and watch them all day long, and a lot of the time I do. As you can see, the colour and the difference between them. Like, she's really a lot lighter, a lot lighter than her sister. And Californians do, the breed really do vary quite a lot. You get a lot darker ones. What's she doing? She's on top of her bed. There we go. Right. I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll come back later. Thank you.